Hi, I'm Jim Gary, and welcome to Batilipi's Workshop. This is part one of the series where I reassemble all the parts from my old engine, along with some new parts, over to my new 7.4-liter Vortec Longblock engine for my 26-year-old Workhorse-based motorhome. I've been out of town for a while, and I was in a bit of a hurry when I started the reassembly. And as you'll see, I made a mistake in this video that required me to undo everything I had done and redo it. If you see where I made the mistake before I noticed, please leave a comment with the time in the video where you saw it. Please be aware that I'm a biologist, not a professional mechanic. I'm showing you what I did, not what I think you should do. So please consult a professional before taking on work like this. And as always, I welcome any comments or suggestions you may have. And if you found this video interesting, there are links to my other videos in the description below. So please like and subscribe. Now let's get on with that video. So Bubba tells me it's time to put the engine together. So here's my 454 cubic inch long block replacement for my Workhorse. And I'm going to start with the timing chain cover and the harmonic balancer, get all that put in here. Since I'm not going to reuse this seal, I think I can just knock it out by dropping a screwdriver in the groove there. Didn't take long. And here's the new one that's going to go in. They're the same size, so that's all good. So now I'm going to take this over, and I'm not going to bore you with wire brushing this in detergent. So I've got it pretty well cleaned up, but there's still a little bit of paint from the old seal on the inside of here. So I've got a little Dremel, not real fast, and I'm just going to clean off that little bit of paint. And I'm trying not to push it too hard. I don't want to groove the aluminum or anything. I just want to get that paint off. Okay, so I've got this to finish it off. I tried it with this just by itself and it just wasn't cutting through it, but that little tiny fine wire brush did a good job. The only other place that's not really clean is just right here along the edges, but that's actually not a sealing thing because the seal fits in this groove. But I'm going to go ahead and clean this off. You know, I've had Dremels for many years, obviously, and I hardly used them because they were always required that cable. It drove me nuts. So not too long ago, I went and bought a Dremel. It's an 8150. It charges. It's a chargeable battery, uses a micro USB port. And I've been using this a lot since I got it. So I'm going to give this a good rinse just in case there's any grit on it, and then I'll let it dry and we can put the seal in. But I'm ready to put this seal in. It's just going to go in there. So I'm going to try tapping it with this piece of wood. Yeah, that did it. That's better. That looks pretty straight. Yeah, I think that's good. So the next thing I need to do is to get this set in. I want to clean it first because it's been sitting out for a while. And I think it just goes the way you would expect. It just goes in like that. I don't think there's anything you need to put on it. Well, there's something funny here because there's a square part here, but the square part fits into is over here, so I have something backwards, I think. So I'll try it this way. I think that fits a little better. That did it. Okay, so I just had it in backwards. But you know, when I was growing up, cars always leaked oil no matter what. But what I've noticed on newer engines is everything's done with these rubber seals rather than as many old-fashioned gaskets. So that looks to me like it's ready to go on. Put a little oil on it. So I took the long block out of its bag. I've just had a garbage bag over it all this time. And the company that manufactured it already installed the timing chain and everything should be set to install the harmonic balancer. And this keyway here is in the right direction. And if I look inside the piston's up at the top. So I think I'm good on that. So I'm going to go ahead and put they call it the front engine cover. It's the timing cover. So let's go look at that. So here's the front engine cover, timing chain cover. And this is the gasket, the new one that goes in. And I've got to apply some sealant on the ends of this. And I'm going to use Permatex Ultra Blue for that. And I've got the 6 bolts. They're kind of weird bolts. But there's 6 bolts. So there's 2 here. These 2 are not bolt holes. Those are for guide pins that are already in the engine block. And then here's the second 4, and here's the third, or second pair and third pair right here. And I've already got the oil seal in there. I will re-oil it before we put it on. I'm going to put the sealant on the ends here. And it says you got to put it in while the sealant's still wet, but I've got plenty of time for that. Go. Put a dab on the end. And then I'll put this side in. Put a little bit under it. Get it shoved in there. Put a dab on the end. And I saw this when I took it off, so this is about how much was on there. So anyway, I'm fitting it onto these pins. And I'll just hand tighten some of these screws. And they don't get tightened very much. They only go to about 106 inch-pounds. I think it's 12 Newton meters. And again, I didn't oil the seal yet because I haven't. I'll do that just before we put on the harmonic balancer, which will rub against that seal. So let's see about getting this snug down a little bit. So now I get my torque wrench, and I'm using an analog torque wrench because it's smaller range. I don't trust my Harbor Freight digital ones to be that accurate at that low. So I'm going to start here and I'll go cross pattern, but it's really just. I'm actually going to do it halfway between 100 and 150. So let's just go around the world one more time. Got it. So that's good. So I'm going to put oil around the harmonic seal. And I also noticed when I took the old one out that there is a dab of silicone seal right there. So I'll be putting that in after we get the harmonic balancer in. I normally buy OMT brand stuff like this, pullers and things from Amazon. They seem to work pretty well. But the OMT one I got, I had to return because it didn't have a 1/2-inch bolt to fit into the crankshaft. So I got this by OEM Tools, and it's their harmonic balancer installer 37144 from Amazon. I forget, it was $30 or something. And here's what it comes with, description, and here's the parts. So this is the one I need, 1/2-inch by 20-inch, 1/2-inch by 20 TPI thread. And this screws in to the crank, so let's go do that. So it screws in there. And I'm not going to screw it in hard because I saw a YouTube video of a guy who had put it in and couldn't get it out. And he had to take his whole engine apart for some reason. So I'm going to put in there just lightly all the way down. And then these are the other parts you need. You get this tube, you get this bolt, you get this bearing, and you get this nut. So I've assembled the nut and the bearing. And then this is the bolt that'll hold the whole thing into that captured piece we put in there already. Let's go ahead and put this back on. There, I think we're good. And I'm only going to tighten this bolt hand tight. I'm not going to make it tight because I want to be able to get the piece out. That guy's warning was well taken. So hold it back with the small wrench, turn in the big nut, and I can see it's going on really nicely. There, you can see down there it's about halfway on. That piece has to go all the way in where the seal is. It's moving into where the seal is, so we don't have too far to go. So it looks pretty close. There's only a little bit of space. I don't want it. It's supposed to fit shy of rubbing on that. So I think it will. I think we're good. Yeah, I can see light all the way through, but there's hardly any space there. So now let's see if we can take it apart. So I'm holding on to this wrench. I'm just going to loosen it up. Unscrew it. There, I got enough to grip on here, so that'll be easy to get off. Grab my vice grips. No problem. There. So I've got the 3 bolts for the harmonic balancer to connect, I guess, the next component to it with. But here's the big bolt. This is the one I got to put in now. This is the one that holds the harmonic balancer to the crank. I double checked the torque because that just seemed kind of high, and I realized I was looking at Newton meters. In foot-pounds, it's actually 110. And I put 2 of the bolts here so that I can hold this to keep the engine from turning while I'm tightening it. So here we go. I feel like it's trying to turn the engine. There's something really funky going on because we're still 1/8 of an inch away. And it just looks like that is going to be rubbing right up against that. So I'm going to take a pause and figure out what's going on. So this is definitely not right. That's quite a ways away. So I'm going to take the harmonic balancer back off. And I was looking at the old engine, and there's this, it looks like a shim here. I don't know how it connects. I've got to figure it out. But I think this I needed to remove and put that on the new engine. I just didn't even think about it. So I took out the bolt, and now I'm putting in the harmonic balancer remover. And I'm really glad I put on that anti-seize stuff. You can tell when I got it crooked because there's more thread on one bolt than another. I think that's about right. So let's see if we can get this harmonic balancer off so I can correct my evil ways here. Yeah, it's coming right off. I can see the gap. So here's the old engine, and here's the timing chain, and here's this ring. It's called the reluctor ring, and as it spins, these teeth here allow the sensor that's on the outside of the timing cover to calculate how fast the engine's turning. And I'm pretty sure that this needs to come off and be transferred over to the new engine. And so it actually acts as a shim because it sits on the top of the bottom gear tooth there and adds some thickness to it. So that's probably why everything was wrong when I was trying to install the harmonic balancer on the new engine. So they claim that this is just pressed on and is pretty easy to pull off, at least on the Workhorse version of this engine. So I'm going to try that. This puller here, it's just a cheapo puller I got from a set from Harbor Freight years ago. And I'm just going to set this in position. So I'll set this on here, and I'm going to avoid the teeth. Yeah, it's coming right off. There, it's loose. Okay. That's exactly what was happening, is the thickness of this is exactly what was wrong on the other one. So it goes on with the key. It goes with the, it says front on the side that goes to the front. And it's got a label on it, 6mm. It's got a GM part. GM 125610074. So what this means, of course, is I'm going to have to remove the timing cover we just spent the afternoon putting on. So I'm just popping this off. Go. Yep, there is no locutor ring there. So that's exactly where I went wrong. I think I'm just going to go with it. I haven't damaged it, and it's got its same sensor. So I'm just going to try it as it is, and then we can see if there's a problem. Later I'll have to solve it, but I just can't chase that forever. So there, that's on now. So now I can put the timing cover back on. I may have to clean it and redo the seal. So I've got it on. There's a little bit of extra sealant along here. I sealed along the whole keyway because I noticed that's what had been done before. So 110 inch-pounds. Start up here. Fine. Okay, so those are all on. Put a tiny new dab of anti-seize there because I've rubbed a lot of it off. So I've got the balancer ready to set in there. I'm just going to oil it, the outside of it. Make sure it goes on that seal right, and then I can just start this. Okay, it's partially on. And now I just have to assemble this. So I put the bolt through. Get it started. And again, I just want to get this hand tight so I can take it out again. I don't want to have that issue I talked about before. So there it is, just hand tight. So there we are, we're starting. You can see the sealant I've got along the key, and you can see the anti-seize compound, and here's the bearing surface that is got oil on it. So all I should have to do is put this on again. Take a look at it in there. There's the bearing surface, so it's got about 1.5 inches to go. And yes, there's a nice gap this time. Before it was right up against that timing cover, so that makes more sense. So that relocator also served as a shim. So I've got to take this off. There we go. Just take this out. No problem. Here's the bolt. So let's get this on. Oh, that's much better. I'm going to start with my old analog tool and then switch over to the digital one when I get up near the end of the scale for this one. That's 75 right there. Okay, so I'm going to go get the digital one. Oh, just turned the engine. I did not want to do that. Turn it back. Okay. That's it. 110 foot-pounds. Despite the minor setback, I was able to complete the task of installing the timing cover and the harmonic balancer. In the upcoming week, I plan to install the new pump and clean and install the old oil pan. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Similar videos of mine are linked in the description below. Bye.